It's time to make money online, and the easiest way to do so is by making courses, something that you already know, converting it into courses that you can start selling online. And the system that I'm going to be talking about is called Learnist. Basically, it has all the bells and whistles you're going to need to start selling courses right away. So let's go check it out. Learnist, aside from having all the bells and whistles, it actually looks really nice. Now, do check out the free plan that they have and go from there. Now, like I said, they have a lot of features, and this is one of the demo sites that they have. For example, this is dark mode. You can also view this in light mode. You can select what you want your users to view first, and then they can select if they want. You have a search bar, you have your Android app, iOS app, if you want to add that as an add-on, and it's pretty cool. For example, if you want the Android app, well, you're actually gonna get something like this, Learn Code Online, and specific to your courses. So it's pretty cool that they help you out in that sense as an add-on. There's communities, newsfeed, there's a sign up, sign in, and all that good stuff. And you have your courses. For example, let's go ahead and check this out really quickly. And you can see, like I said, it looks really nice. You see what the marks are, the minutes, the questions to enroll free. Obviously, once you sign up, what's included, and all the information about this specific course. Now, that's just for the demo part. How does this actually work? Okay, so once you start in Learnist, you're gonna have a panel just like this, and you have a quick overview of everything that's going on here. Total sales, total products, total learners, the sales, and all the analytics that you're gonna need to promote your courses. So as you have this, then you're gonna go into content. Content is where all the magic is going to happen. This is where we're going to create our courses. But before I show you that, I'll show you where to get started, and that would be in the settings. Why? Because you want to add your payment gateway, you want to set your language and all that stuff. For example, time zone, the video quality, the language, and all that. But then you have the payment gateways. That's something that I would recommend to get started with. Select the payment gateways that you're going to add, and they have options for Stripe, PayPal, to checkout, and PayGate. So all of those are available. Also, do finish off the SEO settings because this will help you for your SEO purposes, search engine optimizations, okay? So that's what I would recommend to get started. Now, for the content, we're gonna go into contents and we're gonna go into courses. This is where we're going to create them, okay? You can create them here and you can view them as learner over here. So let me just click really quickly here because I already created one course, and you can see here, there's a course and there's a bundle. You can change colors and do everything that you want just to make it look really nice. So like I said, this is where you're going to create your course. Let's go ahead and create one really quickly. Let's give this a name for, I'll say course for video, and we can set a price to this or make it free. It'll depend if you want to do it for free or paid. So maybe you want to get subscribers, free will be the way to go, or maybe an introduction course and then have some paid ones. It's just however you want to do this, okay? You can make it encrypted. Now be aware that they give you this warning, iOS-based browsers, well, it's not gonna work there. So I'll just remove it for now. Let's go ahead and create. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, and this is where we're going to add our course information for this specific one that we've just created. For example, we have the sections. If I want to drag in, you know what, let's add a video to this course because that's where we're going to get started. Oh, let's add the section first. There we go, section 1. We can name it whatever we want. We'll keep it as it is. And then we have the section, okay? So now we can add the video to this and we start editing this section. I can drag in a YouTube or Vimeo embed video. We can also add a thumbnail to this, add attachments for this, and a learner QR code, a lesson QR code. We can add lessons tags to this. We can create tags if we want. This is useful to keep categories for searching later on and for several reasons. For example, I've created 2 tags here, and I can say this is for editing, just in case it's a course for videos, okay? The lesson type, the short description, long description, you can show or hide, and add next video lesson. So you can add all of this here. You can upload from system, Vimeo, YouTube, sync from Dropbox, or upload from a URL. So I won't add that right now. You can also add audio files here, PDFs, slides, live class, articles, HTML, and SCORM TinCam. All of that. If we need to add sections, I'll just click again in section, and we have a section number 2. So again, drag in the lessons that you want to add to this and start creating them. Now it's super easy. Like I said, it's just drag and drop and start adding the information like you would anywhere else. There's the certifications for this. There's a bunch of settings for each one of these sections. So do be aware that there are going to be a lot of settings, but like I said, it comes with all the bells and whistles, and with that, well, you have a lot of options. Content dripping, if you want to set that up, utilities, the settings for this specific course. And like I said, there's a lot of things like the branding for this, the pricing, the mobile pricing, features, instructors, frequently asked questions, and the publish status. In this case, I won't publish it now. Let's go back. Let me show you one of the ones I created right now. Okay, here we go. I created this one, learning video editing, and I just kind of added some things just for creating this. So you can see here we have a PDF lesson. Let me go ahead and open this up. We have the PDF here. We added the thumbnail. We added a website as an attachment, and that's what I did for this one. So it's super easy. And this course right now, it's this one that you're viewing here. So if I go to this front end side for the viewers, well, you have the information, learning video, the syllabus, section 1, the PDF lesson 1, the section 2, what's included for lessons, online accessibility, and about this course. Now, this is just for demo purposes, but you can see that it's super easy. So that's for the courses side. You can also create live classes. All you have to do is add filters for this. Example, I created this live lesson 2, again, just for demo purposes, to give you an idea, and you set up all the information that you're going to need for this live class. Let's go ahead and get out of here for now. Again, contents, there's a mock test. For mock test, you have all the settings for this. I've created my mock test here. Let me show you how the information for this. I'll just say test, and I'll make it free, and let's go ahead and create it. Here we go. And for the mock test, we have this quiz templates. So for example, you have the description here for each one of them. So practice quiz, CAT, UPSC paper 1, and CSAT. And some of these, I don't really know what they're for, but you have the description here to understand what they're for. In this case, I'll create this CAT one. Go ahead and create loaded. And here we go. So again, we add sections to this. We can add attachments. There's groups and there's questions. For example, this is one of the instructions here, and we can add multiple choice. So I'll drag it in, and we can add questions to this. For example, do you like Learnist? Okay, that'll be the question. I mean, yes, no. I mean, for obvious reasons, you would use this for something else, but just to give you an idea, right? So there we go. Or it could be a math question, something like that. It even has equations if you want to do something more sophisticated. So if this was something for math, then you can do so that way. And we have the difficulty level, the marks, tag questions, guideline times, multiple answers, and partial marking. So a lot of settings available. And for this section, a mock test, again, we have several settings here for groups, export questions, all questions, import from pool, importing, settings, and publish status. So like I said, a lot of settings for this. For content, there's test series, there's bundles if you want to create bundles. So if you have several of these courses, you can create bundles like I did right here. So a promo bundle. And again, it's free, but you can create different type of bundles and add them inside of there. For example, a bundle for developers, a bundle for electricians, a bundle for, I don't know, WordPress developers, etc. And just create kind of those bundles. There's questions pools for this, subscriptions. So in this case, you can create subscriptions. I've added, for example, an all access subscription and an all access pass for $100. And again, you can create more subscription plans. So a lot of settings. News feed. So if you need to do some feeds, like in the example over here, they have a news feed, and you'll see some posts that are made right here. You get a lot of options to create articles and posts and all that. See, it looks really nice. So kind of like a WordPress blog, you could say, okay? There's the communities. If you want to use this for communities also, create categories, segments, and tags, and utilities. Now, for the website section, there's also settings. You can add your own custom domain depending on the plan that you're on and connect it. So it makes it more professional. It has your own link instead of using like the Learnist slug there. And there's a policy pages. You can add more here. You can also build my website. You can choose from 256 stunning templates to make it more customizable and more to your branding, okay? There's a mobile app section. Again, like I said, this is an add-on. So if you want Android app only, this is the price as of this video, iOS, or if you want both, this is the price for it. I think it's pretty cool because it makes you look way more professional by having your own app with your own brand, okay? So again, let's go back into websites. There's the branding settings, the embeddables, the language, sign up settings, and the custom fields. All the settings for the website section. And then we have the marketing tools. There's a messenger in case you want to send messages with this, that is possible. So for example, you can see sent, scheduled, or draft, and we can create a new push. There's also the email settings for marketing and transactional. So all that is included in Learnist. There's more marketing tools. There's a wallet, referral codes, integrations, and affiliates. You can also have affiliate system here where you can create a new affiliate. So if you want to invite someone personally, you can do so here, the payout history, the products, and the settings for affiliates. So a lot of cool tools come into place. And then we have the users here. For example, we're gonna have a list of all the learners that have signed up. Once you have learners, obviously, this is just a demo account. We're gonna be able to view them here with all the information, and we can also import learners in case we're coming from another LMS, okay? There's also reports. So if you need reports for what's going on with your LMS, well, you can do so here, all enrollments, and view the reports here. So like products that you want to view the reports for, and do so here. There's learners, the sales, learning analytics, the groups, live class attendance, a digital evaluation, export history, and learning reports. So all that in different sections to get the reports that you actually need, okay? Next we have is manage. So you can manage discussions, ratings and reviews, answer reviews, and learner support. So all of this is to manage that section. And then there's also add-ons if you want to add it. So some of these add-ons are obviously not included in the plans, and some are depending on the plan that you're on. But these ones are the ones that are available as of this video, okay? Then there's the sub schools. In case you have another school that you want to create, you can do so by here, sub school, and create a new institute and add all the information. Create your slug here and create it. So it's super easy to get started with Learnist. Now, I know it might be a little bit overwhelming because there's several settings, but basically they all tie with each other and it's super easy to set up. I mean, once you're in the section for courses, well, you have the settings specifically for courses and you set that up. If it's for live classes, for mock tests and all of that, you're gonna have all your sections and you're gonna have a really nice looking learner section where you can sell your courses or make them for free and have a really nice platform that's going to help you out create all of this. Now, remember, like I said before, there is a free plan if you want to check it out. So do so here. You got unlimited landing pages, payment gateway integrations, YouTube and Vimeo integrations. So you get kind of the whole works with the free plan that you need to get started. And as you grow, you might want to jump into essential, professional, or premium. So it's pretty cool that we can get started and have something right away that you can offer, and then jump into the next plans when you grow. Okay, but there you go. That is Learnist. If you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. And well, that's a wrap.